Peace to the gods and the goddesses. About to do a quick little video. Gonna be talking about I'm talking about this word good. Now you might hear people use the term good. They'll say things like, I'm gonna use it from a relationship standpoint. Say a guy was messing with a girl and things ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? He kicked her to the curb or she departed from him, whatever. She or he would say, well, you know, you had a good man, or you know, you had a good girl and, you know what I'm saying, you messed it up. The way how these people use the word good, they place it in a realm of the ego, aka emotions. The word good came from the word God. So when these people would use the word like good, be good, or she's a good girl, he's a good guy, you got to know that basically means someone who carries themselves on a frequency of God. Period. You'll hear girls say, well, I'm a good girl because, you know, I cook clean, take care of my man, blah, blah, blah. That's not the definition of a good girl. That's doing things that you're comfortable doing. And the same goes for the men. I'm a good man. I make sure I put food on the table, take care of the bills, keep a roof over their head. I'm out there plowing the field, bringing the bacon home. You know how it goes. That's the definition of a good man. That's what you're supposed to do. That right there is basic survival instincts kicking in. Basic. You want to know why it's basic? Because everybody's doing it. It's not difficult to do that. Everybody is being a so-called good girl, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, you know what I'm saying? And the other female duties that they have out there. That's basic survival instincts being exercised. And the same goes for the men. That ain't got nothing to do with being good. That ain't got nothing to do with being good. Being good means being God. Carry yourself on a frequency that God is on. You know what I mean? Look at all these so-called good girls out there who claim that they're good. Are they carrying themselves on the frequency of a goddess? A lot of these good girls who claim that they good girls got wigs in their head, perms in their head, or weave. That's not carrying yourself as a goddess. They say that they cook. But what type of food are they cooking? 99% of these females out here in the kitchen, if they are in the kitchen, they cooking poison. Period. They cooking poison. Same goes for the men. The men prefer poison. They prefer a poisonous woman. They know it's easier to get a woman with a wig or perm or weave. Those are like washed up chicks. Chicks that has already washed up on the shores because they couldn't hang with the tides. Know what I mean? They easy to get. Because you seeing them with a wig or a perm or a weave, that's a sign that they already broken. That's a sign that they damaged goods. If the crown is fried, they damage goods. You know what I mean? To be good is to carry yourself as a god or a goddess. That's what good is. And to carry yourself as a god, everybody's not doing that. Everybody's not doing that. There's a little bit of people on the planet that's carrying themselves as a god or a goddess. Know what I mean? Little bit of people, man. Going to church is not carrying yourself as a god or a goddess. Church is a business. Church has an address. Anything that has an address is registered to do business in commerce. Period. If you think you can find God in a building, then you are completely disconnected from God. God is not in no building. Know what I mean? You will hear girls say, I'm a good girl because I go to church. Church is the matrix. It's artificial. Everybody that is in church that subscribes by way of them being on their knees never calculated exactly what they doing. You'll hear people say things like, well, you know, he's a good boy, she's a good girl. They make sure they go to church. They pay their tithes. They a productive citizen to society. That don't mean a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't define one as being good. Because you go to church. You go to church, that actually defines someone who is a mental slave. Someone who doesn't have what it takes to comprehend what God is. You can't learn God from no book. You know what I mean? You can't learn God from no book. God is an infinite being. That book is finite. The book has a beginning and the book has an end. Therefore, the book is a part of the matrix. It's a part of the illusion. It's not real. People got to be lost to really think that they can find God in some book. You know what I'm saying? Only electronic devices come with manuals, man. That Bible is like a damn manual for biomatter. Know what I mean? All religions are registered on the stock exchange. People really need to start identifying their environment so they could actually see, comprehend how the game is being played. And I realized this a long time ago, but it's like it always gets reinstated when you got to know that anybody who is in church, they all believe. They don't think. Put a post up on Facebook in regards to somebody that I know. They put a picture up of the beast, aka Jesus. This person says that the beast, aka Jesus, has been good to them. How in the hell can this God be good to you, but you're sick? Diabetes. You have diabetes, but you saying that Jesus has always been good to you and Jesus is good to you now. You see the buffoonery? See the buffoonery that's happening in the minds of these people, man. Jesus has been good to you, but you're sick. Diabetes. You have a hex on you, and your stay upon the planet is diminishing. You know what I'm saying? These people don't think. And they always want to place, but you know what it is? let me not say it that way. Because that's just how their minds work. It's not that they always want to place you in the realm of belief. No, I had said that before in the past. You know what I'm saying? That's actually what they do, but I'm going to clarify it more. Is that it don't matter who it is. They will put them in the realm of belief because that's how their mind renders things. All situations that they render is in the realm of illusion. So when one mind is trapped within the illusion, all they will be able to exemplify would be an illusion. Because they have the inability to identify authentic light from artificial light. Jesus is an artificial light. Jesus is an archon, a spirit, an archon, false god. Gods are not created. False gods are created. Real gods always existed. You know what I'm saying? So this person basically tried to say that that's my belief. I say, yo, I don't believe, period. I don't believe, you believe. So they want to place me in the realm of belief. I said, belief and knowing is not the same. Do you know Jesus Christ is real? Tells me something about faith. Faith exists in the same realm as belief. It exists in the same realm as belief, hope, wishing. You know what I'm saying? All extensions of an illusion. Praying exists in the realm of believing, hope, wishing, faith. You know what I'm saying? Those are all limbs on a fake body. And all of those titles, and there's more out there, they place one's mind in the realm, or should I say, it suspends the ability for one to actually comprehend what's actually taking place. Because when you have faith, you're not thinking about anything. You're basically saying, well, I got faith that this is going to happen, so, I'm not really going to ponder on it because God got me. You know what I'm saying? Or I hope this is how it's going to, I hope this turns out this way. You're not going to do anything to make it manifest. You're just going to sit back and say, well, I hope this happens. No different than wishing. Well, I wish. R. Kelly up in this business. I wish this happens. I wish that happened. That's all fake. That's like a lazy description, man. When people say they wish or they hope or they believe, they basically showing you how lazy they are, man. A lazy mind believes. A lazy body believes. A lazy mind and body has faith. A lazy mind and body has hope. A lazy mind and body is on their knees wishing. A lazy mind and body prays. If you want things done, you got to get up and make it happen. Period. That wishing and all that, nobody ever achieved anything in life without an action. Wishing ain't no action. Hoping ain't no action. Faith damn sure ain't no action. That's just you sitting there waiting, hoping something actually magically happens. It ain't gonna happen if it ain't no action. There ain't no action, it ain't gonna happen. Period. But these are the same people who will qualify themselves as good. Oh, I'm good. I don't mess with nobody. I do this. I go to church. I read my Bible. Put food on the table. What if these people just sat there and wished food would come on the table? What if they just had faith that a check would come in the mail? Why they don't put that same description in regards to their basic survival instincts? Why they don't do that? Why these people don't just get on their hands and knees and pray that food is going to come in their fridge? Why they don't get on their hands and knees and hope and wish that they get this money to keep the roof over their head? Why they don't get on their hands and knees, wish, have faith, and hope that everything is you know what I'm saying? Like the basically what they exercise to have their basic survival instincts. Why they don't just get on their hands and knees and pray and hope and wish for that to happen? All those basic survival instincts that they do, that they qualify themselves as good for doing. Yo, son, they put me in a messed up spot right here, man. Freak this, taking his life, man. This dude double parked. Had to go in the other lane. Now I'm blocking traffic. So you think, certain people on this planet is just here to cause chaos and confusion, man. But anyway, the basic survival instincts, those basic survival instincts that these people do, that's only coming into manifestation by way of them performing some form of action. They do a certain level of action. It might not be an extensive amount of action, but they do action in order to get that check. They do action in order to get that food. They do action to keep the roof over the table. They do action to take care of their kids, mow the lawn, plow the grass, whatever it is, plow the earth, plant crops, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to them analyzing religion or analyzing God, analyzing church, analyzing what's really taking place, they just sit back, hope, wish, have faith. There's no more action. There's no more action in analyzing the damn God, Jesus Christ. There's no more action in analyzing the Bible. There's no more action in analyzing the church. They want to get on their hands and knees and wish and hope for things like that. But when it comes to them paying the bills, getting their food on the table, keeping the roof over their head, they make sure they get up off their ass and do action for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's hypocritical right there, man. Hypocritical. Why don't you just stay on your hands and knees and pray all damn day? Like Gandhi. A damn fraud. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you get on your hands and knees and pray all day? Pray for that refrigerator to magically have food. Because that's exactly what they actually saying in regards to them with this whole Jesus coming back. These people wishing or hoping or having faith for some fake God, Jesus Christ, to come back would have the same effect as these people on their hands and knees praying that some food appear in their refrigerator. That's the same thing. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't never gonna happen. Because that's not real. You want food in that fridge, you gotta go out there and get it. You wanna become a God? Or you wanna make a connection with God? You gotta raise yourself up to be a God. You gotta put action into that. You know what I mean? Straight up. Straight up and down like 6 o'clock. But yeah. But these are the people that will consider themselves good. But they fail to realize that what they did was put this good thing in the realm of the ego, aka emotions. They have people feeling all petty and all sensitive and all emotional like. When to be a god, one of the first lessons you rule. One of the first lessons you learn when you have to become a god is that you have to cancel out all of your emotions. I said this before in past videos. Gods don't have emotions. Emotions is a locked frequency. God is a life force that's constantly raising their frequency. It's obvious God fully understands what emotions is because it was something that's created. Emotions is part of the matrix. Emotions is a mechanism that was created and placed into the humans because they had an inability to raise their level of intelligence to actually see things for what they are. For the mere fact they make all these machines and use these machines as a medium to try to figure things out, show that they don't have the connection with God. They don't have that true connection. They have a hybrid connection. That's why they have to use hybrid interfaces to communicate with God. All these satellites and all these electronics, these computers and all these gadgets that they use to communicate with God, or to communicate with what God created so they could learn how certain things work, that just goes to show you that they are not an authentic race, because they have to use hybrid measures to communicate with a real God. So therefore they would have to be a hybrid. You know what I mean? Hybrid measures. So when you're looking at emotions, you're looking at a hybrid way of an analytical trait. It's a way dumbed down version of analyzing things. A way dumbed down version, because you gotta know the humans is a way dumbed down version of a God. It's obvious. I mean, that's not even debatable. The humans are a way dumbed down version of God. So therefore they would have to have dumbed down abilities that God would have. God would use high level of intelligence. They use high level of emotions. Because they don't have the ability to sustain or even capture that level of frequency. So they get agitated. Every time you ask a question or whenever an equation come up or a situation come up, instead of them analyzing it, they get all egotistical and emotional. That's just a sign that they don't have the ability to hold on to that frequency, because that frequency makes them uneasy, makes them unedgy, makes them aggy, makes them uncomfortable, because there's too much power to think. Their energy has to be seriously stable in order to think. They don't have a stabilized energy. As I stated before, that spiritual energy represents chaos. I went to the spirit world and there's nothing but chaos over there, man. The bodies serve as a medium to tame the energy. So when you're looking at the humans on this planet, that is your spirituality. Your spirituality has to do with placing spirits in different bodies. And based upon that spirit energy being in different bodies, it goes through a certain level of learning. A spirit inside a horse goes through a certain level of training. The spiritual energy that's in the horse is learning how that body works on that dimension. That's spiritual growth. When you're looking at the whole animal kingdom, you're looking at spiritual school. The whole animal, from a damn freaking pig all the way up to a man, that is school. That's why they would say earth is school. is the school for the animal race. It ain't so much the school for the God race. You know what I'm saying? It's really the school for the animals. This planet was specifically made for the humans. Wasn't made for the gods. We got our own planet. We got the damn sun. The sun is our real planet. Where we at? But this planet right here was made for the humans as a spiritual school. Because the whole entire animal kingdom would be like different schools, different classes. That all of the spirits that exist on this planet goes in the bodies of all of these different creatures. Hundreds of thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? That they go to, and then they get to the final stage, which is being in the body of a man or a woman. But they went through a whole journey of being in birds, being in pigs, being in fish, being in cows, giraffes. You know what I'm saying? Being in alligators, being in the whole animal kingdom. That's the school. Because you got to know the man, the human man, animal man, or animal woman, that is the most advanced animal. It has the ability of all the animals and some of the abilities of the gods. So you can't have a spirit that's inside of a pig. When that pig died, that spirit just jump into a human man. Nah, it can't work like that. Because you got to go through the classes in order to learn how the genes work. The animal man body would be the way more advanced animal, meaning that it has all the animal parts in it. So in order for you to get to that man, which would be like college, you will have to go through the preschool, the kindergarten, the preschool, grade 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through all those schools, and all those schools have to do with all those animal bodies. Your pig, your horse, your zebra, all of them. That's spiritual training, because the spirits are being trained inside of that body. They are learning how the bodies work. That's what training does. Training trains you to understand a certain type of criteria or a certain craft. Culinary arts, building and maintenance, electrician, mechanics. You're training to learn the certain craft, and then when you learn the craft, you go into the body of it. People learn culinary arts, then they go into the body, which is the kitchen. People learn mechanics, then they go into the body, which is the car. People learn electronics, then they go into the bodies, which is these electrical transformers, these circuit breakers and things like that. You go in the body after you learn. So they learning, you know what I'm saying, how these things work, and then when they graduate, they go into the next body, die, graduate, next body, die, graduate, next body, and they get to the main. But that's what the planet is for. The planet is a school for them. Yeah, we might say the school is here, we here to learn something. And we all are here to learn something, but it's mostly for the humans. We ain't talking about the God race, because the God race just needs to get back connected to God. That's it. You get back connected with God, all of your memories will come back online. Disconnected from God, you disconnected from that additional power, and you need that additional power to access your memories. You know what I'm saying? You get that additional power, and you access the memories. But that's what the spiritual training is. But yeah, but these people will consider themselves good, and that all got to do with the humans, man. The good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? The good and the bad translates into high frequencies, which would be the good, low frequencies, which would be the bad. That is something that was given to the humans, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't so much for the God race. You gotta know the God race vibrates on pure intellect, pure knowledge, pure knowing. For a species that don't have the ability to do all that, we have to give them a byproduct. You have to give them a substitute. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions or ego is the substitute for intelligence. You know what I mean? As I stated before, the seven sins and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like they would say you got five senses, you really got seven standard senses. And what they would call the seven deadly sins would be the senses inverted, which would be what the humans have. You know what I'm saying? The lust, greed, the jealousy, envy, the hate, and all of that. Those are just senses that are inverted, which all exist in the realm of emotions. Your love is part of the matrix. Yeah, people say things, all love, we need to be all love, we need to all be all peace. That's the matrix. That's an illusion. There is no such thing as love. Love is something that was given to the hybrid race to give them an artificial way to connect. They can't connect mentally, so they have to connect emotionally. But I'm about to get up out of here.